Hi, I'm composer Frank Horvat. You are watching 5 Q's and A's with my collaborators. Alex Toskov is a Toronto-based violinist originally from Belgrade, Serbia. Alex is a founding member and music director of the Odin Quartet and also a member of Sinfonia Toronto. I asked Alex these 5 questions.
My favorite thing about being a musician is sharing performances, sharing experiences with the audience, and just being there and living through these imperfections and sometimes perfections, and just overall excitement about a musical performance experience. One, I would have tried to be a professional athlete of some sort. I was always really into soccer and basketball. I never trained professionally, but I could see myself pushing myself to the limits of a professional athlete, because being a musician, you are an athlete of sorts, because you're practicing your whole life. You're really invested in this craft. So I could see myself really vigorously training for something, and whatever the discipline is. There's so many things, obviously, that you can do as an athlete, but all this to say, it would have been either an athlete or something that I did since early age was chess playing. And unlike recently, it became a very popular discipline because of certain TV shows. But I definitely had always been extremely interested in chess since a very, very young age. So I could definitely see myself being a chess player, which is kind of ironic because they are not the best athletes necessarily, because they usually sit down when they are playing their games. But the focus that chess requires is something that I was always able to handle, and I could have definitely been a better chess player than I'm now, but it's never too late for that. So we'll see what happens. I could say that Chekhov's plays are very deep and extremely complex, and you can watch it, the same play many times, and see something that you've missed the last time, and be constantly inspired and discovering new things. So let's go with the great Russian playwright Chekhov. Definitely anything that has carbs. So I must say Italian food. It's just covers everything for me. Definitely more on a pasta side than on a pizza side for me, because pasta just gives me that wonderful warm feeling, and you can do so much with it. And obviously endless possibilities. I think the variety that I get from certain Asian foods are also very exciting to me. And sometimes I ask a friend the same question: if you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And then we are just trying to figure out which food has the most variety. Because I find that certain European countries are a little bit limited and going for this kind of meat, potato, and some vegetables sometimes, or some sweets. But in the end of the day, there's something about Italian food and that I just find very satisfying. And I don't eat it every day, obviously. I try to have varied diet, but if I had to choose something that I cannot live without, it's pasta. It was very difficult for me to choose, but if I had to, the Four Seasons in Hyde Park had a lot of humor in them, and I think that the way you approached it is super creative, because you would just really mess around with it in the best way possible, in my opinion, and just really teasing the audience, because that's one of the most famous pieces ever written, right? For somebody who's never listened to classical music, they probably heard it in a commercial or in a movie, or maybe during the Christmas season, whatever it is. The melodies are recognizable, so that is a good start to do something with them. And I think that all four of them have a lot to say, and I would choose the Four Seasons as my main inspiration, and something that I was thoroughly enjoying recording, and some of them already filming, and just living with this music.